Is here. Good morning, Kellyanne.
Good morning to you both. We'll have plenty of opportunities to catch some rays out there today, too. We are bright out there this morning. I have temperatures already climbing into the 60s right now, so that's going to set the stage for an even hotter day today compared to yesterday. Of course, yesterday we saw many spots hit 80. Well, today we're looking into the mid-80s this afternoon for the city of Boston. I think some of our hottest spots inland could get close to the upper 80s, just about 88 in Norwood. We have a developing west wind and it will be gusty, so it's a breezy day with wind gusts of 20 to 25 miles per hour. As we move through tonight into tomorrow, we're tracking a backdoor cold front that will shift that wind direction to have more of an ocean influence. So that's why we are looking slightly cooler tomorrow. It's a temporary cool down as we will stay in the 70s for most spots, even a few 60s at the coast. But we're back into the summer heat for Tuesday and Wednesday, and by Wednesday afternoon, we're tracking thunderstorms that could turn strong to severe. It's an impact weather day. I'll have a sense of the timeline ahead. Jennifer.
Kellyanne.
We're looking ahead to what to expect if you are heading to the beach today. Some of our hottest beaches, I think, as you move north of this city, we're still holding on to the low to mid 80s, even Duxbury Beach. So South Shore, we're looking at low 80s as well. So not much relief at the immediate coastline for North Shore, South Shore, and even southern New Hampshire. However, look at West Dennis. We're staying in the 70s today. So that's a good spot if you're looking for relief from the heat. And as a reminder, our water temperatures are still very cold, although we're seeing our water temperatures starting to gain a few degrees here as we are into a warm trend. Of course, yesterday's heat near 80 degrees helped to warm that water a little bit, and we will see that over the next couple of days. Let's break down what's on our radar. Turning sunny and hot for today. That's what's on the radar for the next 12 hours. But we're looking ahead to our next thread, and it's impact weather for Wednesday, as an increasing likelihood for thunderstorms will be moving in during the afternoon and evening. We're keeping an eye on next weekend. Of course, that's Memorial Day weekend, so it's a big one. I know many of us have plans. I want to give you a heads up. It's cooler, not as hot as this weekend, but we're likely going to stay a little bit closer to average, which is still very mild. Upper 60s expected. We're in the mid to upper 60s already this morning, so this is just going to set the stage for an even hotter day. 69 in the city of Boston right now at 8:15 in the morning, so you know it's going to be a hot one. We had some clouds pass through with some showers overnight. Those showers have now moved out to sea, so we are dry, and at this point we're looking very bright with just some very high thin clouds passing by. So mid-80s this afternoon will be hot. We're about 20 degrees above average for most of the area. Hottest spots likely through the Merrimack Valley, where we'll reach into the upper 80s, and along 95 through hot locations like Norwood, where we could get up to about 88 this afternoon. A little cooler down toward Cape Cod, as mentioned. 70s expected down there. Partly cloudy tonight in the 50s, and then we're looking toward a little bit of relief tomorrow from this heat, a little bit of a cool down. There's a backdoor cold front setting up. We'll have more of an easterly direction to our wind, which will help to keep our temperatures a little cooler. Upper 60s to low 70s at the coast, upper 70s inland. Still very warm for this point in May. Still about 10 degrees above average for most of our inland suburbs. Then the heat is really on for Tuesday, possibly tying, maybe even setting a record. The forecast right now is 90 for Boston. If we get anywhere above that, that would be a new record for the day. The previous record was 90 degrees. We're looking at those low 90s for the suburbs, a little bit cooler down toward Cape Cod, but still in the 70s down there. By later in the day, Tuesday, there might be a few spot showers and storms. I think most of that action will stay to our north before we get into a stronger potential on Wednesday. And here it is, 3 o'clock on Wednesday. We're already starting to see signs of those storms rolling in from the north and west. We have declared it an impact weather day because it looks like these storms could turn strong to severe. So this will likely impact, at the very least, your travel home from work and school on Wednesday afternoon, continuing into the east.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jennifer Egan.
And I'm Rondella Richardson with Ann Cicalese. You can tell there's wind. I always appreciate the wind warnings because when you're putting up an umbrella, outside,
right.
You may not think about it, but I've lost several over the years.
Oh, yeah. This will be the kind of day where you want to make sure you have a lot of weight on those umbrellas because we're looking at wind gusts of 20 to 25. That's a pretty good, decent wind. You know, nothing crazy or severe, but it's going to be noticeable for sure. We're turning sunny and hot today, so that's what's on our radar. Over the next 12 hours, we're already into the 60s this morning. 65 in Plymouth. Good morning to you guys down there. 69s are heading out toward Portsmouth. We have sunny skies through the rest of this afternoon, and we're running toward those mid-80s today. We did hit 80 for the first time officially in Boston yesterday. If you thought that was hot, today is going to feel even hotter. There's that wind that we're speaking of, 10 to 15 miles per hour sustained, so that means throwing gusts, and yes, they'll be in that 20 to 25 mile per hour range. So 86 for Bedford this afternoon, could get close to 88 in Norwood today. Monday. We're sitting about 20 degrees above average in and around the city, but a little bit cooler down toward Cape Cod, the immediate south coast, where 70s will be more widespread. Partly cloudy tonight. We're still dry into your Monday, but there's a backdoor cold front. I'll pinpoint the spots that could stay in the 60s. Hot over the next 12 hours. We're into the mid-80s this afternoon. Next threat, impact weather for Wednesday. As we're making a run toward 90 on both Tuesday and Wednesday, we see a building likelihood for thunderstorm chances, and that chance is greatest on Wednesday. We're looking ahead to next weekend, and as mentioned, it does look a little bit closer to average, and there is a chance for showers later Sunday. We are in the 60s out the door right now, already 65 in Plymouth. We have many of our warm spots into the mid to upper 60s right now. There's a few clouds. These are those high, thin, wispy clouds that are focused over southeastern Massachusetts right now. Otherwise, looking really bright out there. So enjoy, grab the sunglasses. It's definitely going to be a bright afternoon. A windy afternoon, too. The wind is out of the west with gusts of about 20 to 25 miles per hour. It's a noticeable breeze that you want to plan for as we make our way toward the mid-80s. If you're trying to take your lunch plans outside, you want to make sure you have some sort of weight on your napkins, or else they'll be blowing all over. It's going to be a windy afternoon. 85 in Worcester today, 86 up toward Nashua, 88 in hot spots like Norwood. So a very hot outlook, about 20 degrees above average, 70s down toward Cape Cod Islands with some ocean influence. We're in the 50s tonight, partly cloudy and dry into your Monday. It's not as hot tomorrow. It's still above average, but we have a backdoor cold front that will keep a lot of our coastline in the 60s, a little closer to 70 as you move into Boston. But look at this, as you travel farther and farther westward away from that ocean influence, we get into the 80s through the Connecticut River Valley. That will be our warm spot tomorrow. We're making a run toward 90 on Tuesday. This could be a record high as we hit 90 degrees in Boston. If we get anywhere above 90, that would be a new record for the day. So this is a hot day for us. Lots of low 90s through the suburbs, 70s down toward Cape Cod, 60s for the islands. There is a chance for some pop-up showers and storms on Tuesday evening. Looks like a lot of this action will stay north of Route 2. You can see how that's the case through the evening. But I do mention the potential for maybe a straggler here, a pop-up shower too, getting a little closer to the city through the evening. Then we look ahead to Wednesday, and this is going to be our best potential for showers and thunderstorms in the work week ahead. We have declared Wednesday an impact weather day due to the likelihood for these thunderstorms as we move toward the mid-afternoon. This is right around 3:30 on your Wednesday, and you can see that heightened likelihood for storms in our area. They could turn strong to severe, so heads up, especially for the second half of your day Wednesday. But after they move through, this will trigger a cool down that will bring us a little closer to average. So we stay in the 60s